Hello guys, welcome to AI with Afridi, and today we are going to dig deeper into the text-to-speech functionality of ElevenLabs. Uh, Keep in mind that this is for developers right now, so we are only covering how we can implement the text-to-speech functionality in application using API. In this tutorial, we'll dig deeper a little bit into the parameters which the ElevenLabs text-to-speech provides. So here I am in this particular section, although I have covered it in the video. Uh, I'll share this Colab notebook with you guys so that you can, try it out yourself. Um, but most importantly, we'll be focusing on how we can tweak these parameters. And another important element is when we are doing the text to speech, how we can maintain that consistency in your generated audio, keeping in mind the context, like, uh, you know, how it sees the context and it maintains its consistency when you're trying to generate a speech with it. So without further ado, let's get to it. I'll share this notebook with you guys so you can play around with it and try for yourself. Okay. So right now I want to install ElevenLabs library. You can do it with the pip install ElevenLabs. I'm importing the library. Uh, and also I am importing one parameter in which you can play the file which we are going to generate. The API key, I already told you guys in the previous video how you can take the API key and generate your own API key. So I'm doing it here. By the way, I'm pressing Shift Enter so that this cell is directly executed. You can click on this play button as well. Okay, so now I'm taking it as is. For example, I have taken this code snippet here from ElevenLabs. You can, whatever programming language you use, you can take a code snippet accordingly. I'm using Python, so I have pasted the code snippet here. Okay, we'll cover these parameters here. So right now it's simple voice ID, the output format of the audio, and the text which you are about to uh, produce. The model ID, what model we are using here, and you can see it from their documentation. Sorry, yeah, here they have provided it everything here. So let me generate this. Now, since this audio generator is it's an object, it's a class stored, so we can't, see where this has stored. So we definitely need to download this particular file in order to play it and check what it generated. So let me execute this file. Uh, Okay, so I have got this file now. Let's play it. Let's play it how it sounds. So,
Hello there. How is it going, John? I want to meet you next Thursday. Let me know when you are available.
okay, that sounds nice. Now we will cover what these parameters are a little bit briefly, although you can, go to the documentation section here. I'll paste the link of this documentation here. So, you can check for yourself the different functionalities it provides, but we'll cover it step by step. So no worries in that. Okay, so the model ID parameter, it's there. I mean, we are using the most advanced right now. They provide two models, but we are using the multilingual V2 model. The link is not working. I'll correct it, but I'll paste the correct link for that model. They have explained the features of this model. So the language code, which language code we are using. Although we can ignore this one at the moment, we don't need it. It's an optional parameter, so it's fine. The voice settings, these are basically optional parameters. You can check it in this section. Yeah, so these are optional parameters. You can check it for yourself. But like tweaking those can definitely give you uh, good results. So, voice settings, we have these parameters. I explained it here. So for example, one by one, we can see that what stability and what values we can use, what ElevenLabs recommend to keep its value. So we can follow that. So stability is basically when the voice you're generating, how stable it is, how it can, it's when you, let's say, clone a voice and you want to generate a speech with it, how stable you want it to sound. And ElevenLabs, it says that uh, we can use higher stability values, although people use different values for this, for getting the results. Similarity, so for example, how similar that particular voice should be. Style, the style is actually an additional parameter in which how you want the characteristics of the speaker to be. ElevenLabs recommend to keep its value to 0, so to make it stable. Speaker boost is another parameter in which the text to speech is, the voice of that speaker is boosted or elevated so that it sound more uh, uh, the results are actually good. It increases the similarity. Pronunciation dictionary, so we have like this parameter as well, so people might want to use how to pronounce a particular word in a particular way, so we can tweet it there. Seed and previous and next text, these are some of the parameters which I'm going to cover next shortly. But these are mostly when you want to get consistent results, and for example, the voice you are cloning, the results of that should be consistent and it should follow the context of the whole conversation. So we'll cover that. But shortly, seed is, we fix a value for seed so that that same pattern is applied even in after generations as well. So for example, if you don't give a seed number to ElevenLabs, each time it will generate its own version, or you know uh, uh, its own version. So you might want to, for consistency, keep a seed value so that it gives you a consistent result. Yeah. So, and the previous and next text I'm going to explain. Okay, now I am again calling the API, and this time I have added voice settings as well. You can tweak around its value, you can play around what works best for you, but just for the sake of this video, and by the way, I've put these parameters in one of an application I'm working on, and I found these parameters to be working fine for my use case, but you can play around with it and you can, you know, generate your own voice. So right now I have changed the text. So let's say, hurrah, I am so happy, I want to meet you. Okay, this is the text which will be the speech which will be producing. So let me execute this and let me save this file. Okay, and now you want to hear what it says.
Hurrah! I am so happy. I want to meet you.
Okay, so you can note that the speaker is so passionate and enthusiastic. Uh, Now, okay, let me comment out this one, or let me just delete it for the sake of you know clarity. So okay, so right now what we'll be doing is we want to generate a speech which is like context aware and it is consistent. Okay, so for that what we'll be needing is we need to so just let me give you an example. For example, this text, for I am so happy, let me just clone this particular uh, copy this one, I am so happy, and you guys can hear it yourself what I'm talking about. So I'm just you know doing converting this text to speech, and all the parameters are the same. I leave it as is. Okay, so let me generate it, and let me execute this one. So right now audio file 3, let me play it around. So I am so happy. Okay,
I am so happy.
okay, let me rerun this again.
I am so happy.
I am so happy. The speaker said it with such a like a normal voice. Now let me introduce the previous text and next text which the ElevenLabs API provides. So for example, if we give it a constant, okay, uh, we are cloning, or we are generating speech from this text, right? I'm so happy. Like it, your use case can be different. Like I'm putting it here based on my experience. So I mean, in the application I was working, so it was a completely different, but we can talk about it later. No worries in that. Okay, so now I'm so happy you guys heard how it sounds.
I am so happy.
Now give me a context. So okay, I'm telling ElevenLabs the okay, you are uh, converting this text to speech, but before this text I have something else. So let me just give you an example that before this text you are cloning, you have to follow this. The previous text is Hurne, and the last text is I want to meet you. Okay, I'm so happy. Now listen to it again.
I am so happy.
Now with the previous text and next text added, let me run this and save it as output audio 4. Okay, now just to note the difference, I'm putting it like in another cell. Okay, so
I am so happy.
you checked it. I am so happy. He's saying it with such enthusiasm now because we have added a context like hooray, I want to meet you.
I am so happy.
And now listen to the previous one.
I am so happy.
Now check the new one.
I am so happy.
Okay, this is how you want to add context. We haven't covered seed, but like if I add seed value to it, uh, let's say 100, so it will be more consistent. So the generated output will be more consistent with, if you even execute this cell again and again, it will sound more context aware and consistent. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching my video. Please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you can subscribe so that we can I can share more awesome videos like these related to AI. Thank you guys and have a good one.